amazing beautiful videos on YouTube, doing all these tutorials for you guys. And also, why not on Miss Africa GB 2018 and Miss Congo 2018? Well, right now I'm coming with something fabulous. I would like to present to you your new TV show, which is going to be called Etincelle. This show is going to be happening every single Friday at 7 p.m. on Betel TV. So you probably want to find out why Etincelle. Well, Etincelle is a French word for sparkle. For Etincelle, I would like to bring light into someone's life from the dark place where they are, not knowing really who they are and where they're going, or trying to bring them into the light to really wanting to find out and get to know exactly who they are. And with that, I'll be inviting amazing people who got amazing testimony to be able to help you that is going through so much, that you feel like your life is so blurry, that you don't really know your self-identity. These people will be able to help you as themselves have gone through that, you know. So my message to you today is that God has your back. He got you and will not let you go. That you can come from somewhere and go somewhere. Etincelle. You can now catch me live on Facebook, on Betel TV, sharing the gospel around the world. Every single Friday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Connect yourself, don't miss it, as this is going to be a life changer. Hello guys, how you guys doing? It's me, your girl Gracia, Susuzande. Of course, you know me from this amazing beautiful videos on YouTube, doing all these tutorials for you guys. And also, why not on Miss Africa GB 2018 and Miss Congo 2018? Well, right now I'm coming with something fabulous. I would like to present to you your new TV show, which is going to be called Etincelle. This show is going to be happening every single Friday at 7 p.m. on Betel TV. So you probably want to find out why Etincelle. Well, Etincelle is a French word for sparkle. For Etincelle, I would like to bring light into someone's life from the dark place where they are, not knowing really who they are and where they're going, or trying to bring them into the light to really wanting to find out and get to know exactly who they are. And with that, I'll be inviting amazing people who got amazing testimony to be able to help you that is going through so much, that you feel like your life is so blurry, that you don't really know your self-identity. These people will be able to help you as themselves have gone through that, you know. So my message to you today is that God has your back. He got you and will not let you go. That you can come from somewhere and go somewhere. Etincelle. You can now catch me live on Facebook, on Betel TV, sharing the gospel around the world. Every single Friday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Connect yourself, don't miss it, as this is going to be a life changer. Hello guys, how you guys doing? It's me, your girl Gracia, Susuzande. Of course, you know me from this amazing beautiful videos on YouTube, doing all these tutorials for you guys. And also, why not on Miss Africa GB 2018 and Miss Congo 2018? Well, right now I'm coming with something fabulous. I'd like to present to you your new TV show, which is going to be called Etincelle. This show is going to be happening every single Friday at 7 p.m. on Betel TV. So you probably want to find out why Etincelle. Well, Etincelle is a French word for sparkle. For Etincelle, I would like to bring light into someone's life from the dark place where they are, not knowing really who they are and where they're going, or trying to bring them into the light to really wanting to find out and get to know exactly who they are. And with that, I'll be inviting amazing people who got amazing testimony to be able to help you that is going through so much, that you feel like your life is so blurry, that you don't really know your self-identity. These people will be able to help you as themselves have gone through that, So my message to you today is that God has your back. He got you and will not let you go. That you can come from somewhere and go somewhere. Etincelle. You can now catch me live on Facebook, on Betel TV, sharing the gospel around the world. Every single Friday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Connect yourself, don't miss it, as this is going to be a life changer. Hello guys, how you guys doing? It's me, your girl Gracia, Susuzande. Of course, you know me from this amazing, beautiful videos on YouTube, doing all these tutorials for you guys. And also, why not on Miss Africa GB 2018 and Miss Congo 2018? Well, right now I'm coming with something fabulous. I'd like to present to you your new TV show, which is going to be called Etincelle. This show is going to be happening every single Friday at 7 p.m. on Betel TV. So you probably want to find out why Etincelle. Well, Etincelle is a French word for sparkle. For Etincelle, I would like to bring light into someone's life from the dark place where they are, not knowing really who they are and where they're going, or trying to bring them into the light to really wanting to find out and get to know exactly who they are. And with that, I'll be inviting amazing people who got amazing testimony to be able to help you that is going through so much, that you feel like your life is so blurry, that you don't really know your self-identity. These people will be able to help you as themselves have gone through that, So my message to you today is that God has your back. He got you and will not let you go. That you can come from somewhere and go somewhere. Etincelle. You can now catch me live on Facebook, on Betel TV, sharing the gospel around the world. Every single Friday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Connect yourself, don't miss it, as this is going to be a life changer. Hello guys, how you guys doing? It's me, your girl Gracia, Susuzande. Of course, you know me from this amazing, beautiful videos on YouTube, doing all these tutorials for you guys. And also, why not on Miss Africa GB 2018 and Miss Congo 2018? Well, right now I'm coming with something fabulous. I'd like to present to you your new TV show, which is going to be called Etincelle. This show is going to be happening every single Friday at 7 p.m. on Betel TV. So you probably want to find out why Etincelle. Well, Etincelle is a French word for sparkle. For Etincelle, I would like to bring light into someone's life from the dark place where they are, not knowing really who they are and where they're going, or trying to bring them into the light to really wanting to find out and get to know exactly who they are. And with that, I'll be inviting amazing people who got amazing testimony to be able to help you that is going through so much, that you feel like your life is so blurry, that you don't really know your self-identity. These people will be able to help you as themselves have gone through that, you know. So my message to you today is that God has your back. He got you and will not let you go. That you can come from somewhere and go somewhere. Etincelle. You can now catch me live on Facebook, on Etincelle TV, sharing the gospel around the world. Every single Friday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Connect yourself, don't miss it, as this is going to be a life changer. Hello guys, how you guys doing? It's me, your girl Gracia, Susuzande. Of course, you know me from this amazing, beautiful videos on YouTube, doing all these tutorials for you guys. And also, why not on Miss Africa GB 2018 and Miss Congo 2018? Well, right now I'm coming with something fabulous. I would like to present to you your new TV show, which is going to be called Etincelle. This show is going to be happening every single Friday at 7 p.m. on Etincelle TV. So you probably want to find out why Etincelle. Well, Etincelle is a French word for sparkle. For Etincelle, I would like to bring light into someone's life from the dark place where they are, not knowing really who they are and where they're going, or trying to bring them into the light to really wanting to find out and get to know exactly who they are. And with that, I'll be inviting amazing people who got amazing testimony to be able to help you that is going through so much, that you feel like your life is so blurry, that you don't really know your self-identity. These people will be able to help you as themselves have gone through that, you know. So my message to you today is that God has your back. He got you and will not let you go. That you can come from somewhere and go somewhere. Etincelle. You can now catch me live on Facebook, on Etincelle TV, sharing the gospel around the world. Every single Friday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Connect yourself, don't miss it, as this is going to be a life changer. Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing fabulous wherever you're finding yourself. My name is Gracia Susuzande and welcome to Etincelle. Etincelle is a show that you love to watch every single Friday at 8 p.m. And I know where you are connected, so please do help me by sharing as much as you can, because somebody around the world surely needs your attention, will probably need your share, need you to share so they can connect themselves, not just with their phone, not just with whatever they have, but with their mind, connect themselves to the things that we're going to be talking about on this amazing last month of 2020. All right, so please do help me. At the end of the day, we help you. We know we love each other and we need each other. You guys are the stars of this show, so we need you. I need you. All right, so today we're going to be talking about something amazing, a subject that has been boiling within my mind, a subject that is absolutely mandatory, a subject that is fundamental for this month of December. December has been considered as the last month of, hey, let me let me try my best to fix everything that I couldn't fix before. The month where it's a month of reflection. The month is the month of achieving the goals that you set yourself for this year 2020. But before I start on this amazing subject, last month we had the subject of roots, which we spoke about the, you know, the comment on dit en français, racine, you know, your background. We spoke about who you are, identity. We even welcomed, you know, Bantu, who enlightened us about so many things when it comes to his country, his background, what really it means. And for those who missed the show, you can always go back on YouTube or even on Betel TV, sharing the gospel around the world, to watch the show, because it was on the 27th of November last week, Friday. All right, so if you feel like, hey, I missed it, no, you didn't. You can still go back, still check it out, and still get, you know, your knowledge upon that, because Etincelle is about helping you that's probably in this blurry place, you that's probably in this space where you can't seem to understand certain things, and you don't even know where probably you're going. But because human beings in general get to, you know, they do go through situation, problems, issue, and you and I can probably go through the same situation, but just differently. So why can I not just speak about it so you can get your solution and come out of that place to finally moving forward to where you're supposed to be going, so where you're supposed to be. This is what Etincelle is all about, bringing light into someone's life. All right, so have I got your attention? Are you there? Are you connected? So let's go. All right, so we are in December 2020. How has it been for you? How has it been really for you? Because December is the month where you just realize, you look at this mountain from where you started and the way you are today, and you just feel like, wow, that was a very long 11 month of struggle, 11 month of so many things, ups and downs, as obviously human beings do go through that. And this is exactly what has happened. But this year has been different. It's just been differently. The start of it, the middle of it, and even towards the end, is still a little bit bitter in our mouth to, you know, to still swallow. Some people are trying to get to, you know, used to the situation, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. No one has ever thought that this year 2020 will be like this. Some people has thought about, you know, glory. They thought about, I don't know, all these things that they want to achieve in 2020. But it came with a surprise. A surprise. What kind of surprise I'm talking about? We're talking about the pandemic. I mean, who has ever thought about the pandemic? I mean, we're talking about, you know, people dying. I mean, dying completely, vanishing from left and right because of this disease that's been floating in the air. It came from somewhere, and it was just going so quickly, rapidly across the nation, and it was just taking people's life everywhere. No one was really prepared for it, because at the end of the day, no one thought about it. No one really thought about it. And I'm talking about COVID-19. COVID-19 came with a disastrous situation when I had to hold myself together, thinking about my parents, thinking about people around me. COVID-19 has changed everyone's life. 2020 isn't the same. The years that we thought about, I mean, we had pandemic before, we had quarantine before, but the COVID-19 isn't quite the same. So we're going to be talking about the vaccine. I mean, 2020 has brought this situation where it's like, are we ready for it? Are we really ready for it? We had situation with Black Lives Matter in the 2020 years of the 2020 has brought. Some people said that it is a year of test. When it comes to test, it means probably test of faith, test of their own marriage, test of when it comes to the children, test in many situations, and even when it comes to enterprise, you know, business.
Test when it comes to your mental state, your own physical state. I mean, test in so many areas of our life. 2020 has brought all these things. It has brought, the other day I was checking out the, what's it called, uh the internet, and I found this woman who had this, I mean, she was in the middle of protest, and she had this pancart holding, and she was saying, it was written on it that the 2020 felt like the 2020 or lockdown felt like she was in slavery. I mean, wow, this is a big word, slavery. I mean, she's never been in a slavery, but she felt like she was in that. And it's just so many people have been touched when it comes to, school has been touched. From now on, or this year till the years upcoming, school will never be the same. School will never be the same, because yes, you can probably attend school, but at the end of the day, certain things are still online. It's like, as soon as someone start coughing, you just feel like, I need to come out of here right now, because I am not safe. I am not safe. Myself, I was touched because at some point I felt like I had the COVID, and then I had to stay strong. I had to stay strong because it did affect, and then I had to take control of myself, because if I lose myself, then obviously I will not be where I am today. COVID-19 has brought so many restrictions. I mean, 2020 has made life for so many families bitter. Bitter because restriction, places that you cannot attend, places where you could not go, places where you used to have fun with your children, but you cannot do anymore. I mean, you cannot go the anymore, cinema, pubs, ice skating, I don't know, name it, anywhere where people are gathering together, you cannot go, because of the government has put this laws and regulation for us to follow for our own safety. Finding ourselves in this place where you have to wear a mask. I mean, I've seen masks before when doctors are probably operating somebody, whether it comes to on TV or anywhere else. When I'm walking in the hospital, and quickly maybe, the doctor need to, we need to wear it for protection or anything like that. But I've never seen this in my life, where you're in the train, and I mean the whole train are wearing the mask. And this can possibly stay for a very, very long time. At the end of the day, we're trying to put laws and those regulations to protect ourselves. 2020, how has it been for you? This is my first question to you. Let's follow me today, and feel free, because at around 45 minutes we are going to open the line. My number will be shown at that moment, so feel free to call and to give your own testimony. Let's just say, how has it been for you, and how did you survive 2020? 2020, has it been difficult for you? Has it been positive for you? Because there's so many difficult, so many negative things that we can think of in 2020, but at the end of the day, you can always somehow find this positive thing about it, and we're going to talk about it. All right, Black Lives Matter. We said question about yourself. We said 2020 has brought so many things in consideration, that you had to consider yourself, consider certain people you never called before, meaning your family, that you were not really in contact with them in 2020. You just felt like, hey, what if they vanish? They're not alive anymore. I'm here just thinking about myself. Let me call. Let me check upon them. And that's probably has brought you guys closer. The mental state, as I said before. So all these things has really touched 2020. We're talking about economy. Economy in England, economy in Europe, economy in Africa, economy America touches, speak about it. I mean, it's crazy, because at the end of the day, because certain things were in lockdown, all right, shops, there will probably be no essential shops. You could not find yourself going shop there anymore because, hey, it's not necessary, right? So it had to be closed. So the economy has dropped so many things. No import. Africa and places like Caribbean, places like the warm country where you find themselves importing things, exporting elements to help the country grow, has been shut down. I mean, we're talking about borders where you find, if you were living in Africa and your family was, your wife and your husband were probably in America, you will not find yourself traveling back and forth at that place at that moment. Why? Because it was closed. 2020 has been absolutely, like another person has said, and during my research, she said that 2020 just felt like hell on earth. So my question to you today, did you feel the same, or do you still feel the same? Has 2020 felt like hell on earth for you? And if it did, make sure that you do connect yourself, call after 45 minutes to give your thoughts. Or if you cannot, you can always interact with us on our page right now. Put your comments, put your words into it, and this is going to help us to move forward in this live show. 2020, George Floyd. This year has made a lot of Black people stand up so much more than it did before, and it's just crazy how this year has changed a lot of people's mindset, a lot of people's thoughts, a lot of people's move. As soon as you will go right, this year has shifted you to the left. 2020, how has it been for you? Another question for you is, does everything happen for a reason? Does it really happen for a reason? If it is, then my next question is, what was the reason of this year 2020? I need to hear your thoughts. I need to hear what you're thinking about it. I need to hear your answer to this question. If 2020, if there was a reason for this year, existence in 2020, right? What is this reason? I need really you to get involved. Connect yourself, make sure that you share as much as you can, because somebody surely needs this enlightenment. All right, we're coming back in a couple minutes. Make sure that you're connected. Tell your friend to tell a friend, as Josiane says it so well, and we are coming back in 2 minutes. See you soon.
Hello guys, how you guys doing? It's me, your girl Gracia, Susuzande. Of course, you know me from this amazing, beautiful videos on YouTube, doing all these tutorials for you guys. And also, why not on Miss Africa GB 2018 and Miss Congo 2018? Well, right now I'm coming with something fabulous. I would like to present to you your new TV show, which is going to be called Etincelle. This show is going to be happening every single Friday at 7 p.m. on Betel TV. So you probably want to find out why Etincelle. Well, Etincelle is a French word for sparkle. For Etincelle, I would like to bring light into someone's life from the dark place where they are, not knowing really who they are and where they're going, or trying to bring them into the light to really wanting to find out and get to know exactly who they are. And with that, I'll be inviting amazing people who got amazing testimony to be able to help you that is going through so much, that you feel like your life is so blurry, that you don't really know your self-identity. These people will be able to help you as themselves have gone through that, So my message to you today is that.
All right, we are back. We are back with this amazing subject. Let's talk about 2020. And I think I've already spoken quite a few words, to introduce the subject. of 2020, because 2020 has been a long journey of 12 months, and we are going towards the end of it. And I just really wanted to, to bring it out, because at the end of the day, this 2020 is different from any other years that we had before, and I really wanted to get your attention and elaborate a little bit. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about 2020. How it has been for you. And then we are going towards the end, when then 2021 is literally right at the corner. We're just about to open this door. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for 2021? And there's already so many speculation about 2021. And so honestly, it's not looking good. But hey, I do not want to be negative towards this year that I haven't even been in yet. All right, I'm not there, so let me not speak negative. So it's important to speak positive in anything. So if you're positive in your work, you're positive in your mind, you're positive in whatever you do, just know that it's gonna come back to you just like a mirror, and you're gonna be flowing positively. All right, so we said that this year brought a lot of surprises, and the surprises are all these things that we spoke about. All right, so make sure that you do give your opinion to the subject of let's talk about 2020. All right, because at the end of the day, I need your connection. All right, so 2020, and just before, because the subject is very sensitive, I'd like to apologize. Because we're going to be talking about race, we're going to be talking about death, and we're going to be talking about the pandemic. People lost their life, and the first thing that I really wanted to say is like the known or even a public figure of this, of the people that we know have lost their life, and it has been absolutely tragic. This has touched us. Those people who have inspired us, people who have show their compassion, have always put their heart into helping the others, and those people have lost their life, and it's absolutely tragic. So this year 2020 will always be a year of remembrance of all these people who have passed away, and has really left us with Français on dit chagrin, and this will obviously take some time to heal, but hey, we are here. So surprises for a youngster who need to adapt themselves to this year, and then it will not. It's probably the beginning of something new. All right, so we already had online courses, but it has been emphasized a little more. It has been brought a little more into it, and this has affected quite a lot of people, a lot of students. When those who are studying medicine, for those who are studying all these other courses, it has made it even more difficult. And I have a sister of mine, Susuzande, who can testify about how hard it is, because she is studying medicine, and she said how hard it is, and so many of them, the medical student had to be released a little bit earlier towards the last year of graduation, only because all these people like dying, and they needed so much more enforcement in the hospitals. So this is how crazy and dramatic it was. All right, one thing that I remember, and it's been hard to follow, is the number of people leaving this earth. I mean, there were so many questions saying how those numbers were so unrealistic. How come all these numbers can die and still all these people still alive? It doesn't mean that they are lying to us, or are they really trying to just taking us for fool? There were so many questions in 2020. What are they trying really to imply? I mean, when I say what they are, I'm talking about the the government. I'm talking about, you know, people who are directing, taking control of so many things that we are seeing, the people who are behind the scene. All right, 2020 has brought this word. When I say 5G, 5G, oh wow, 5G says a lot. For those who knows, this has really affect us in this 2020. Right, but I'm gonna go not too deep into it because I got a guest who will be probably speaking in depth when it comes to this matter of 5G and so much more about it. So what is your opinion? What is your opinion? So I need you to write down your opinion when it comes to this matter of 2020. How did it affect you? How did it affect you? I really want to salute and to greet Apostle Marlene Mudiai. Thank you so much for connecting tonight. Thank you for being here right now, because we need always your presence, and it's absolutely important to have you by our side. Thank you so much, Berno Nadia, for your connection. It's always great and amazing to see you. Thank you so much, Josiane Dimbo, for connecting. Thank you, Coralie Chumke and Patrick Chumke, for being alive, for being here. When I say live, for being connected live with us. All right, and so I can see all this comment on the 2020, and it says it has been intense. Yes, it has been intense, but how intense has been? I had some few calls telling me how 2020 has affected a lot of our families. Why? Only because if you were not used to seeing your husband all the time, I mean, because you work probably, 9 to 5 from Monday to Friday, you probably don't have that much time to spend with your husband or spend with your children. And this pandemic, this lockdown, this quarantine has put you in a place where you're literally in this four walls of studying, of intaking, of supporting your family for hours and hours and hours. And if you're not used to see this has brought a lot of attention, a lot of drama. And for some other videos that through my research on internet, I've seen how this man died in his room. An African man who died in his room because him and his wife didn't get along at some point during the quarantine. And then she was a little bit, hey, I'm not getting involved, you doing your thing. And at some point, even children got involved. He was trying to call them and trying to figure out, hey, like, I need your help. But she was ignoring, to the point where, one of the child went to see the husband in the room and find the dad gone. I mean, he died because of the conflict in the marriage, conflict in the house. I mean, there was so many situations when it comes to 2020 that has left us absolutely, like we say in French, perplex, bouche bée. I mean, you like, really? And in taking all this energy has been absolutely crazy, because our jobs, for those who were working and they're only relying in their jobs, just they felt themselves really lost, because hey, at the end of the day now, what am I gonna do? You have a business and you've been taking it for absolutely years, and this year 2020 comes and hits you in the face to the place where you need now to sit down. Yes, probably to rest, probably to take care of yourself. Yes, probably to look at yourself a little bit more. But what about this income that was coming every single month? This income that you needed to feed your family, income that you needed to feed your loved ones, whether they're in Africa, whether they're in Asia, whether it's yourself, whether it was a company that you were building. You needed this income, but you couldn't, for some reason you can't do it anymore, because it's now unbalanced. I mean, things are not right anymore. 2020 has been absolutely a disaster. Absolutely, absolutely a disaster. And we're talking about negative here, but we're gonna get to the positive in a minute. So how has it been for you? Please comment, so I can hear, I can see how you had your, your struggle. Because we had the struggle. We came from somewhere. We came from somewhere. We're just about to go somewhere. But at the end of the day, are you ready? Are you ready for it? Are you ready for this 2021? Are you ready for it? And this is why we are placing our base. I need you to reflect, because at the end of the day, reflection is very important. 2 months in a year that I feel like, towards my own opinion, all right, that these are the month of reflection. It's the month of June and the month of December. June, because you're right in the middle. All right, we have 12 months, and June is the 6th month before entering this other side. All right, and then it's been declared a year of Ifata, year, month of Ifata, and means, open up to so many things, open up to yourself, open up into this new month that is upcoming. But at the end of the day, we still had to go through it, and now we are in December, another reflection month before we entering this other year that we do not know anything about, this other year that we are so worried about, this other year that we don't know how it's going to be for ourselves, for our business, for our country, for our continent, for so many things that is happening around the world. I mean, we're talking about famine, we're talking about so many things. So this is why we are talking about 2020. Let's talk about 2020. Let's talk about 2020. How has it been for you? All right. And we also had a lockdown when it comes to our churches. All right. So I cannot ignore that this is one of our major part. And just like Apostle Mylene is writing right now, she says church lockdown is not 100% a good experience. However, different ways to do the ministry, and it's true. All right, so right now we're still elaborating on the negative side of 2020. Churches were touched. People who felt like, the believers who felt like church is the place where they can go and refuge and find a peace and find a comfort. I mean, there's the mentor and so and so. So you had this place and suddenly shut down completely. How did you felt? How was you that's probably watching me? You're probably a minister, you're probably a pastor, you're probably a head of a church, and 2020, how has it been for you? How has it been for you, your struggles? I've had so many testimony of this apostle in France who went through the COVID, and he had a very severe one. I mean, he would enter in coma and came out, but he's testifying by saying, hey, like, I will never even wish this to my worst enemy. How lucky do you feel? I mean, your experience in this field of COVID-19. I need you to really interact with us, because this year has really touched every single one of us, and this is why it's important to reflect, and this is why we're saying that reflection at the end of the day is basically a throwing back by the body, or a surface of light, or a heart, whether it's sound or without absorbing it. That's the first meaning of it. And the second meaning of it is serious thoughts or consideration. And that's exactly where we are. Serious thoughts and consideration. The month of December. And if you have to look up other words, then you find thoughts into it. You find study into it. You find meditation. I really need you to not rush into this year like I don't know, like to throw cold water on you. Because at the end of the day, we just had a shock. 2020 was a shock, a mental, physical, emotional, spiritual shock. If it wasn't a shock for you, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm speaking for myself, and all the information that we had and all the things, the visual information, the hearing information that we've been seeing and hearing through the whole year of 2020. Meditation, study, and thoughts. This is where I need you to get into, so you can finally enter in this new year of 2021 with a different mindset, different way of moving. All right, different way of moving. Some people have said that 2020, for the believers, they've said 2020 is a year of, for that God will felt so upset with them, and they just feel like, hey, you need to turn back to me, turn back to God. The year where so many people have done so many wrong things, and this is the year. They're saying basically for them it's like 2020 is a punishment, a year of punishment for them to turn back to Christ, to turn back to their religion, to turn back to their God, to turn back to their divinity. So how do you feel about it? Do you agree? Do you disagree? These are all the questions I am asking you. So please feel free to to type in all this information and how you feel about it, because the line will be open surely in 20 minutes. All right, the line will be open in 20 minutes, not now, in 20 minutes. All right, so I'm giving you a short break. Don't go anywhere. Make sure that you share as much as you can, because we need you to connect. All right, so think about all the questions I just asked. Try to meditate on it, think about it, and come back to me with amazing answer, as I need your vocal and I need you to speak. All right, we're coming back in a minute. See you soon.
Hello guys, how you guys doing? It's me, your girl Gracia, Susuzande. Of course, you know me from this amazing, beautiful videos on YouTube, doing all these tutorials for you guys, and also why not on Miss Africa GB 2018 and Miss Congo 2018. Well, right now I'm coming with something fabulous. I would like to present to you your new TV show, which is going to be called Etincelle. This show is going to be happening every single Friday at 7 p.m. on Betel TV. So you probably want to find out why Etincelle. Well, Etincelle is a French word for sparkle. For Etincelle, I would like to bring light into someone's life from the dark place where they are, not knowing really who they are and where they're going, or trying to bring them into the light to really wanting to find out and get to know exactly who they are. And with that, I'll be inviting amazing people who got amazing testimony to be able to help you that is going through so much, that you feel like your life is so blurry, that you don't really know your self-identity. These people will be able to help you, as themselves have gone through that, So my message to you today is that God has your back. He got you and will not let you go. That you can come from somewhere and go somewhere. Etincelle. You can now catch me live on Facebook, on Betel TV, sharing the gospel around the world. Every single Friday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Connect yourself, don't miss it, as this is going to be a life changer. Hello guys, how you guys doing? It's me, your girl Gracia, Susuzande.
Hey, we are back, and I'm happy that you went nowhere, because hey, you need to stick around. You need to stick around, because at the end of the day, we are talking about such amazing subject, and this has to touch you, because we are living in it, we are in it, and we are actually going towards the end of it. And the topic is, let's talk about 2020. All right, we spoke about the negative side of it. We spoke about all the things that's happened, the surprise that we had in this month of this year of 2020, and this has hit every single one of us. So I need your thoughts into it. I need your thoughts into it. But we're not gonna go into the negative now. Let's enter the positive side of all these things that we had. All right, so some people said yes, it was hell on earth, but this year has really changed our mindset. Hey, change our mindset indeed. This has changed our mindset in what way? In a way where you know, children who were always outside for parents, for example, all right, parents who just felt like my child is always outside, my child is always somewhere, I don't know where they are. Lockdown or quarantine has brought back children back in the house. Yes, even in that environment, this definitely will touch you, or how to say this, brought some tension in the house. But this has allowed some few things to cool down a little bit. I mean, we had a knife crime situation, we had situation happening when it comes prison, when it comes to drugs, when it comes to all these things, gang member, I mean, name it, all these things, you can just name it, you probably know better than me. But then we still had our children back in the house, where you can see them when, yes, they can go, but still they can come back, and all these things. And this has allowed parents to get to know their children a little bit better, in different ways, just discovering them a little bit more. But it's still, even though I still had some few complain about it, parents saying that, yeah, children are always on their phone, always in the media, always in this place. And what can you do? It's like you close another door, but you open another door at the same time. All right, media has made a major impact. I mean, we've always spoke about how media has changed the generation that we live in. I mean, mostly in a negative side. This time now, 2020 has boosted media in another level, and you can name it in all ways. You can name it when it comes from 5 years old to 6 years old, meaning in the church, because obviously church, when the time where they closed or shut down, they had to move to a different stage, meaning preaching in on media, doing constant live, to keep up with the church members, to keep up with themselves, to keep up with the work and the burden that they have, or the burden that has been given to them. All right, so, and I feel like in the same time, yes, it can be a negative but also a positive thing, because you can really see who's church leader, or even pastor or apostle, whoever, you can see who's working. You can see who's really is thirsty of doing what, not even thirsty of continuing the work of God. You've seen basketball players still continue to interact with their fans. We've seen Kylie Jenner still continue to hit the media, because at the end of the day, her business needs to continue. And for those who were in the media side, they have gone up. Meaning all the Uber Eats, all these places, and when it comes to shopping online, everything to do online has gone up absolutely crazy. And this is where, for them, it was more like a positive thing for 2020. So they will not really complain that much, even there's going to be a little complaint here or there, but for them, things has gone up instead of down. And so 2020 has probably brought them a lot more money in their pocket. All right, for those who were not, like, they felt like they lost their gift, and because they just focus on things that probably is important but not that much important, so they felt like this time, this year of 2020 has brought them back to the gift of drawing, gift of creating, gift of discovering themselves in a different way, gift of learning a new skill, gift of so many things that they probably didn't know that they could do. 2020 has brought them for them, because 2020 has given them the time. Time is important. Time is not always in our favor. Time is always running. Time never look at you and say, hey, I'm waiting for you. Time speeds and it goes. You can start the day and suddenly it's already noon, it's already 3 p.m, it's already 6 p.m, and boom, the day is gone. All right, so this is why like 2020 has been positive for few people, you know, has been positive for businesses, entrepreneurs, for those who are, you know, dealing with, you know, Amazon, for example. All right, we're talking about a test of faith. Test of faith has been positive for those who really took it serious, in meaning that they turn themselves. For them, they feel like, you know, if there's a test of faith, let me come back to my first love. You know, if it's my God, then let me come back to him and really dedicate myself and my family to him back again. And because that's exactly what he's asking, right? So this is crazy, but is been really working for few people, for some people across the nation, for those who are pleading, you know, for things to change. That was their way to really go in the secret, where God works in the secret, to do things in the secret, but amazing things when it comes to dating. I mean, for dating, if you were so used to always going out and meeting people, I don't know, anywhere, and you feel like, yeah, I can just go, let me tell you that places will close. Places will close. You cannot just go and sit in a restaurant and actually look at this person in the face. All right, these were like that was the struggle of 2020 when it comes to dating. But I feel like somehow, like, without dating, you can't really get to know someone, and then without getting to know someone, you can't really get in the stage of love and moving forward to, I don't know, possibly engagement, possibly, I don't know, you know, you're just looking further, you're focusing towards the future, right? So dating has completely changed. Dating during the pandemic has completely changed. You know, you have to be mindful of so many things, because some creep people are, you know, this coming back a little more higher during the pandemic, because they can hide themselves behind the camera, you know, and doing more the texting. So I don't know how it's been for you, but this 2020 has really changed the game. And when it comes to when it comes to dating, all right, the positive side of 2020, I would say that the earth has been cleaning itself. Somebody told me, don't you feel like the fact that everyone are in their homes dealing with their own business, like the earth is like it's breathing, you know, all this, because we have so many people smoking tobacco, weed, and this and that. I know there's so many other stuff going on in the world, and the atmosphere has always been filthy, but somehow now that the time of lockdown or quarantine has left the earth a little bit more breathable. breathable. And so I'll say this is a positive outcome in the 2020 that have left us, you know, a good sign on that. So I'm happy that this has allowed the earth, the atmosphere, to really cleanse itself. All right, so and there's so many other positive things that we spoke about. Taking care more about yourself, meaning self-love, even within the home, self-love, within your mind, within your environment, self-love, meaning that you can't just eat. You were probably used to buying pizza, buying the things that you shouldn't be eating, but 2020 has brought you to a place where you need to cook now. Girl, you need to cook. you had to cook. You had to, you know, go into YouTube, on YouTube and then learn all this recipe that you probably never had time for because you work so hard. You know, you probably, your husband was the one cooking for you, cooking for the house, but now you're the one putting the effort because 2020 has brought you in that place, in that zone. All right, so this is why I think like somehow, you know, positive things came into that for, you know, and then also within the home, siblings get to know each other, you know, and then trying to bring out this sort of respect for each other because, hey, your space is probably not big in that household. The space that you are taking in is not that big, so each and every single one of you had to learn how to respect each other's, you know, place, environment. All right, and I believe that that is positive in so many ways. Even when it comes to education, whether it's online, you just feel like, hey, education is important, let me take it serious. You're still hitting it, but it still give you that opportunity to rest. It still give you an opportunity to you know, to take on, to master the subject that you love so dear. Black Lives Matter. Yeah. Black Lives Matter. I think and I believe that this year 2020 has brought out, you know, all the black races a little more up and together. Not saying that they never were, but this year it was a little more higher due to George Floyd's death, which has absolutely shocked every single one of us. So it's that I feel like that at this moment a lot of you know, black skin people, and I would say like, yes, we're probably, they say stereotyping black, but we're brown. Hey, just remember we are brown. So the brown skin people, all right, the melanin ones, they stood up a little more to, you know, for another, and trying to understand that it's important to, you know, to hold on each other, But someone told, I watched some few I did my research, and this young girl, she was speaking and she said, when you're talking about Black Lives Matter, yes, and you said that all life matter, is true, but then if you go to the doctor and you say that you know, my wrist is broken, and then your doctor respond back to you that actually all your bones matter, then it would not be, it's not really what you're asking, right? It's not really what you're saying, because you are the one mentioning to your doctor that my wrist is the one that is broken, not my whole body, not all my bones are broken, but that this one is broken. So it was important to highlight that side, according to her, which I do what's it called, support her and kind of agree with her on that side, and then not forgetting that other countries just like Africa has been touched also, because at some point you know, the vaccine became real, and as you know, they want to, you know, to inject the vaccine first in Africa, first in the, you know, in the Congo, and we had also Ebola that rise back, and all this other immigration status situation that came up in the 2020. So when it comes to the vaccine, my positive side of seeing was that, you know, all the black people, you know, across the Africa stood up as one to say, hey, we are not a laboratory where you can just come and test us, but we are human beings, and then we are refusing vaccine in this continent. And then, yeah, to me, this is positive. This is positive for so many other reasons that we can absolutely not go into deep today, but we will speak on that during the 3 weeks upcoming, all right, towards until at least the last day of the last Friday of the month 2020, December. And there's so many other stuff happening in the, you know, in the 2020. So I've said the negative, I've said the positive. I've gone through certain things a little bit more than the others, and that's only because I cannot speak everything today. We need to leave some few spices, few things that we need to elaborate a little bit more, and that's gonna be with my other guests coming up, in the other days upcoming. And so I'm giving you just a short break because just after this we are opening the line for you to speak on your truth about 2020. How has it been? All right, anyway, I'm giving you just a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere, we're coming back.
Hello guys, how you guys doing? It's me, your girl Gracia, Susuzande. Of course, you know me from this amazing beautiful videos on YouTube, doing all these tutorials for you guys. And also, why not on Miss Africa GB 2018 and Miss Congo 2018? Well, right now I'm coming with something fabulous. I'd like to present to you your new TV show, which is going to be called Etincelle. This show is going to be happening every single Friday at 7 p.m. on Betel TV. So you probably want to find out why Etincelle. Well, Etincelle is a French word for sparkle. For Etincelle, I would like to bring light into someone's life from the dark place where they are, not knowing really who they are and where they're going, or trying to bring them into the light to really wanting to find out and get to know exactly who they are. And with that, I'll be inviting amazing people who got amazing testimony to be able to help you that is going through so much, that you feel like your life is so blurry, that you don't really know your self-identity. These people will be able to help you as themselves have gone through that, So my message to you today is that God has your back. He got you and will not let you go. That you can come from somewhere and go somewhere. Etincelle. You can now catch me live on Facebook, on Betel TV, sharing the gospel around the world. Every single Friday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Connect yourself, don't miss it, as this is going to be a life changer. Hello guys, how you guys doing? It's me, your girl Gracia, Susuzande. Of course, you know me from this amazing beautiful videos on YouTube, doing all these tutorials for you guys. And also, why not on Miss Africa GB 2018 and Miss Congo 2018? Well, right now I'm coming with something fabulous. I'd like to present to you your new TV show, which is going to be called Etincelle. This show is going to be happening every single Friday at 7 p.m. on Betel TV. So you probably want to find out why Etincelle. Well, Etincelle is a French word for sparkle. For Etincelle, I would like to bring light into someone's life from the dark place where they are, not knowing really who they are and where they're going, or trying to bring them into the light to really wanting to find out and get to know exactly who they are. And with that, I'll be inviting amazing people who got amazing testimony to be able to help you that is going through so much, that you feel like your life is so blurry, that you don't really know your self-identity. These people will be able to help you as themselves have gone through that, So my message to you today is that God has your back. He got you and will not let you go. That you can come from somewhere and go somewhere. Etincelle. You can now catch me live on Facebook, on Betel TV, sharing the gospel around the world. Every single Friday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Connect yourself, don't miss it, as this is going to be a life changer. Hello guys, how you guys doing? It's me, your girl Gracia, Susuzande. Of course, you know me from this amazing beautiful videos on YouTube, doing all these tutorials for you guys, and also why not on Miss Africa GB 2018 and Miss Congo 2018. Well, right now I'm coming with something fabulous. I would like to present to you your new TV show, which is going to be called Etincelle. This show is going to be happening every single Friday at 7 p.m. on Betel TV. So you probably want to find out why Etincelle. Well, Etincelle is a French word for sparkle. For Etincelle, I would like to bring light into someone's life from the dark place where they are, not knowing really who they are and where they're going, or trying to bring them into.
Anyway, we are back, and I really want to say thank you so much for always staying connected on Betel TV, sharing the gospel around the world, and this amazing show called Etincelle. We are here. I'm here to be able to enlighten someone, to be able to bring back, you know, some thoughts into your head, and also for you to, you know, take a different direction into this year of 2020, because it has been absolutely hard. It has been really difficult for every single one of us, and let's move forward to something better, as this year is just about to end. It's about to end. So we spoke about, let's talk about 2020. Talk about 2020. We had the difficult, you know, the negative side of it. We spoke about the negative. We spoke about the, you know, the surprising. We also spoke about the positive outcome. There's so many positive things that we can name, right, in this 2020. When it comes to all these surprises that we had, the surprise that we had, I remember one of this amazing actress that I know said, Angela Bassett, she said, as long as the disco keep on turning, you keep on dancing. So regardless of all these colors that it keeps on shining left, right, whether it's green, blue, red, yellow, I don't know what, it keeps on turning, you need to keep on dancing, because the you know, the dance is not over yet. The disco hasn't stopped. The disco ball has not stopped yet. So keep on pushing, keep on going forward towards where you're supposed to go, because hey, it's not the end yet. All right, so the line is open. The line is open. So if Regie can just you know, put our numbers out there, and it's already in, you know, and I can see it verbally, you know, for those who cannot read, I don't know, who can't see properly, because, you know, maybe they don't have their glasses. Right, so it's a 079, and we have a 46, 206 and 506. So these are the numbers that are out there. So please feel free to call to give your testimony when it comes to I want to call a testimony if you want, you know, to pull you to voice out, you know, your challenges and positive outcomes of this year 2020, and this is how it's going to be throughout the whole month until the last day of Etincelle, which is going to be the 25th of December. And what I also wanted to put out there is that there is a giveaway, a free giveaway. All right, there's something I should have mentioned at the beginning of the show, but hey, you that's probably watching us right now, just know there's a free giveaway towards the end of the, you know, the last week, the last day of Etincelle, which is going to be 25th of December. Only if you answer right the question, and that's going to be, the question is going to be given on that day. Say, make sure that you connect yourself, that you always watch Etincelle. All right, so it's very, very, very mandatory, unless maybe you don't want the gift, I don't know. But we are, for those who are celebrating Christmas, they probably want some gift, you know, I don't know, a free gift, a giveaway, I don't know, whether it's a makeup, perfume, you know, gadget, whatever it is, is going to be free for you if you answer correctly the question on the day of the 25th of December. All right, let's continue. What is thank you so much, Mama Claveri, for connecting yourself. And she says, always a pleasure watching you, Gracia. Sucre. I love you. Thank you so much, Mama Coco, and all the family of Coco. All the loves. So once again, my question to you was, all right, so I need you to put out there, does everything happens for a reason? And if it does, what was the reason of this year 2020? I need to give, voice out your thoughts according to this question. And then did it really feel like hell on earth for you? I mean, how was it really for you? Conclusion of this show, all right, because we're talking about, let's talk about 2020. And I just feel like the conclusion towards this year is to embrace, all right, let's not reject everything. This is how life goes. You're always gonna have positive and your positive moment, and you're always gonna have negative. Without not reject what we had so far during this pandemic, during this quarantine, during all the surprises that 2020 kept on throwing at us. Hold on to it. Yes, family member died, and you probably wanted to kill yourself as well, and you had mental situation going on, you had physical situation going on, but you kept yourself. And this is why I want to say you are strong. So I have a first call, and yes. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
Yes. Mama Claveri?
Oh, really?
How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, so talk to me. I'm happy you actually called. Oh, wow. How was your day? I'll put that out there. How was your day? Yeah. All right then. That's good. So talk to me. 2020. What was your experience? And the negative and the positive. How was it for you?
Wow, 2020 has been a challenging year in many ways.
Yes.
At the same time, I think for me, the way I look at challenges is an opportunity for me to grow. So 2020 has been a year where I have to outgrow myself.
Definitely.
Kind of stretching myself.
Yeah.
It was stressing with the pandemic. We had to readapt as a family.
Yeah.
Having as a mother, staying at home, dealing with the kids, working
of
at the
course.
same time. It was a huge challenge.
Massive.
But at the same time, it was also an opportunity to actually sit down as a family to refocus. Because I think prior to the pandemic, we didn't have much time.
Exactly.
Locked up in a house the whole day. Well, you have no other choice to talk to each other.
Exactly.
Find ways to communicate. And I think, when you said, when something bad happens, you always have to look at the bright side of things.
Of course.
And I think the pandemic has helped us.
Yeah.
Even spiritually.
Yes.
Because staying at home all day long, actually, you can easily set up some timetable.
Exactly.
In family, and because in normal days, in the morning we rush out for work, for school.
You have absolutely no time. Yeah.
Exactly. You just don't have time to do other things. And I think this year has been a year where we kind of discover ourselves in a way. You learn how to be on your own.
Yes.
Not having to communicate outside, but yourself. So it has been, for me, I look at things as a good year.
Yeah.
Because I think we have learned a lot about ourselves and our limits.
I like that limit. Yes, our limit.
Because I believe each one of us has lived in a different way and felt it in a different way, and that's, I think for me, that's really the good part of it, because each one of us has experience. Even in the same house, we have different experience of the pandemic or the lockdown, And yeah, and also he has enabled us to connect with families overseas.
Of course, these are really the important part of that one, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because everybody was just so scared that you tend to think of your extended family far away overseas.
Yeah, will I see them again and stuff? It's really...
Exactly. And you tend to call them more, having those Zoom meetings, because we were so bored.
Yeah.
Now you start reconnecting with old friends or extended families,
Yes.
which you usually do not call
Mm-hmm.
that often. Yeah. But it was
Oh
good.
wow.
Overall, it was good.
No, I like that. I like that because some people say it was hell on earth, but it's still a hell on earth. You found that it was still good and still positive. Like, and this is really the spirit, and I do encourage every single one of us listening to it. This is the spirit to have, to not just look down on the negative, but still see the positive within the storm, basically.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
yeah.
And one, it's the mindset, isn't it, for having life anyway.
Yeah.
Or behind any bad things or challenges, there's always we believe in God. So whatever challenges he throws out on our path, there's better future, better things coming up after those storms,
course.
isn't it?
Yes. All right. Thank you so much, Maman Claveri, for calling. That really touched me. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend,
Thank
and may
you.
God
And
bless
keep up the
you.
good work. I love your Facebook. It's also interesting. I think young people should watch you more because that will help them reflect on themselves.
Definitely. And this is what Etincelle is all about. Thank you so much, Mommy, for your support.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Bye bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, we had our first call, and she spoke her mind, and she just said, like, regardless the situation, regardless all these things that has happened to us, has happened to me, it was still good. 2020 was still good for me. She had the time to reflect. She had the time to think. She had the time to meditate. Right? This is what reflection is all about. And she moved forward positively. I would say that she is ready, or Maman Claveri is ready to enter 2021 because she is so positive. So make sure that you also call and give your point of view. You give your your little thoughts about 2020. How was it for you before we absolutely close down the show and then meet again next week. So as I was saying, the conclusion will be to not reject everything that has happened, but to really take on board everything that has happened. Actually, to comment on dit en français, piocher. You need to take the ones that are still good, and to help you grow. No one on earth can grow where everything is positive. You can't. There need to be challenges for you to grow. There need to be circumstances for you to grow. There need to be something that literally is like this wall standing in front of you that you need to keep on pushing, because if you do not push well, your muscles will not get stronger. You will not have that mindset like, I need to break this wall. It is important that you find yourself in challenges for you to grow. You need to find yourself in circumstances whereby you come out of that victorious. Because as long as you're not giving up, you're still a winner. You're still a winner in all way. But if you are the one, you say, hey, you know what, 2020 was the year where I can't take, let me just like end my life today because I do not want to enter in 2021. Well, you just lost. You just lost more than just the things that you're trying to avoid. But you lost life, and life is something so precious. You've lost a future that could have been really bright. You've lost so many things, and this is what like my conclusion to or personal conclusion to this year is still what's it called? Keep your positive mind. Keep yourself together. Do not give up, because at the end of the day, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, regardless how long the darkness has taken over your life, the storm has been, you know, breaking things within your family, within your household, within your enterprise, or whatever it is that you're doing. Regardless the storm, that storm will end one day. It will. It will not last forever. So 2020, yes, it lasted for 12 months, and we're going towards the end of it. It's done. It's actually ending. We're about to enter another one. We need to be positive. And then this is what I'm trying to inject to you that's watching me today, to you that's listening. Don't just listen. That's something that I always say is important, to not just listen, but put in practice. Put in practice the things that you're hearing. You know, when it comes to your faith, build your faith. And I believe that this year has definitely touched that area of your faith and made you really greater, stronger. For those who are in education, I'm just, you know, advising you to keep on pushing. For those who are, you know, the circumstances are changing, adapt yourself. Adapt yourself in all the circumstances and move forward. You know, we are not in this, regardless the mentality of how you feel, you're able to break it only if you believe. Your faith needs to be strong. 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 All right. So much more, so many things to say, and we're gonna keep it for next week with our next guest. And I'm not gonna tell you who it's gonna be, but that's gonna be a surprise, because hey, voilà, Etincelle is Etincelle. Anyway, so we are seeing each other. We're gonna meet again next week, Friday. I don't know what you're gonna be doing or what is it gonna be, but as long as you know it's 8 p.m, switch out your, you know, your phone, your Facebook, your YouTube, and go on the page of Etincelle if it's on Facebook, and if it's on YouTube, the same thing. Today we were live on Bethel TV, sharing the gospel around the world on YouTube, but next week we're going to be on Etincelle. And so make sure that you connect yourself. Make sure that you connect yourself, and then you also connect your family, your close ones around, so we can all create a major big audience. All right, so it was me, Gracia Susuzande, the host of Etincelle. See you soon, and see you next week. Be safe. Bye.
Hello guys, how you guys doing? It's me, your girl Gracia Susuzande. Of course, you know me from this amazing, beautiful videos on YouTube, doing all these tutorials for you guys, and also why not on Miss Africa GB 2018 and Miss Congo 2018. Well, right now I'm coming with something fabulous. I would like to present to you your new TV show, which is going to be called Etincelle. This show is going to be happening every single Friday at 7 p.m. on Bethel TV. So you probably want to find out why Etincelle. Well, Etincelle is a French word for sparkle. For Etincelle, I would like to bring light into someone's life from the dark place where they are, not knowing really who they are and where they're going, or trying to bring them into the light to really wanting to find out and get to know exactly who they are. And with that, I'll be inviting amazing people who got amazing testimony to be able to help you that is going through so much, that you feel like your life is so blurry, that you don't really know your self-identity. These people will be able to help you as themselves have gone through that, you know. So my message to you today is that God has your back. He got you and will not let you go. That you can come from somewhere and go somewhere. Etincelle. You can now catch me live on Facebook, on Bethel TV, sharing the gospel around the world. every single Friday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Connect yourself, don't miss it, as this is going to be a life changer. Hello guys, how you guys doing? It's me, your girl Gracia, Susuzande. Of course, you know me from this amazing, beautiful videos on YouTube, doing all these tutorials for you guys. And also, why not on Miss Africa GB 2018 and Miss Congo 2018.